Every 4 years, all eyes around the world turn to the United States as it conducts its presidential elections. A complex yet fascinating process steeped in history and rules. Have you ever wondered exactly how these elections work? Today, we'll unravel the intricate workings of the U.S. electoral system, shedding light on how democracy plays out in this vast nation. At the heart of U.S. elections is the Electoral College, a uniquely American institution that ultimately decides who will ascend to the presidency. Fun fact, did you know that the first U.S. presidential election took place in 1789 and only 10 out of the original 13 states participated? The system has certainly evolved since then, but before diving into its mechanics, let's explore the journey candidates must undertake to reach this pivotal stage. The first step on this winding road is the primaries and caucuses, held in every state and territory. These are preliminary elections where each major political party, the Democrats and Republicans, chooses its nominee for the general election. Primaries are either open or closed, meaning some allow any registered voter to participate, while others are restricted to those registered with the party. Caucuses, although fewer in number, involve party members gathering to discuss and vote for candidates, making them a more interactive, if somewhat less convenient, approach. These events are crucial as they whittle down the pool of candidates, giving rise to a singular nominee per party. Once the nominees are confirmed at the national party conventions, the stage is set for the general election campaign. Here, candidates traverse the country, presenting their vision and policies to win over the electorate. This period is marked by debates, rallies, and media advertisements, all aiming to sway public opinion ahead of the decisive election day, which falls on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Now, while most people assume that the popular vote directly determines the president, the reality is a bit more intricate. Enter the Electoral College. Comprising 538 electors, this body is formed every election cycle based on the total number of U.S. Congress members, 435 representatives plus 100 senators, with an additional 3 electors representing Washington, D.C. Each state's share of electors is proportional to its population size. Thus, states like California, Texas, and Florida wield significant influence due to their larger populations. On Election Day, when citizens cast their ballots, they're actually voting for a slate of electors pledged to their preferred candidate. The majority of states follow a winner-takes-all system, meaning the candidate with the most votes in a state secures all its electoral votes. This system accentuates the importance of swing states, those with unpredictable outcomes, such as Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Wisconsin, as they often determine the election's final result. To win the presidency, a candidate must secure at least 270 electoral votes. If no candidate achieves this majority, which is rare but possible, the decision is thrust into the hands of the House of Representatives in a process called a contingent election. This last occurred in 1824 and involves each state delegation casting a single vote for one of the top 3 candidates, potentially altering the popular expectation. As the votes are counted and the Electoral College convenes in December, the transition of power begins if a new president is elected. This grace period allows for an orderly handover of responsibilities, culminating in the president's inauguration on January 20th the following year. Thus, we see that U.S. elections, while complex, embody the principles of federalism, balancing the influence of populated and less populated states. This structure aims to ensure a comprehensive reflection of the country's diverse electorate. In conclusion, the U.S. electoral process illustrates the intricate weaving of tradition, law, and democracy. It is a system designed to balance both the voice of the majority and the representation of states, allowing for a nuanced choice of leadership. As the political landscape continues to evolve, understanding this process remains vital, not just for Americans, but for the global audience who keenly observes as each chapter of this democratic exercise unfolds. If you're curious to learn more about topics like this, just hit subscribe.